Good morning, everyone. Today, we're embarking on a fascinating journey, a true forensic investigation into history, to uncover the ancient roots of cardiovascular disease. We'll be looking deep into the Horus study, examining the very heart of the mummy, to find insights that are incredibly relevant to our health today. It's a common belief, a comforting myth perhaps, that heart disease is a modern problem, a penalty for our contemporary lifestyles. We often think that if we just lived like our ancestors, our arteries would naturally remain clear. But what if that's not the full story? Let's challenge this myth of modernity. While cardiovascular disease has risen with what we call westernization, historical records and surprising discoveries tell a different tale. Even the powerful Egyptian elites, despite idealized images, often suffered from conditions like obesity, diabetes, and dental issues, all linked to a diet rich in bread, honey, and alcohol. This fat pharaoh reality suggests that even in ancient times, abundance could lead to health challenges. The Horus study set out to definitively explore this. Researchers meticulously scanned 52 mummies, dating from 1981 BCE all the way to 364 CE, using advanced Siemens Emotion 6 multi-slice CT scanners. And what they found was truly remarkable. 44 of these mummies showed identifiable cardiovascular tissue. Even more startling, 20 of those, nearly half, showed definite or probable atherosclerosis, the hardening of the arteries. The average age at death for these individuals was just 38.1 years. This wasn't just a disease of old age, even back then. To identify this, scientists looked for calcium signatures. These are clear signs of calcification within the walls of identifiable arteries. What they discovered was that these hardened plaques were found in virtually every arterial bed. The prevalence was significant: 32% in the aorta, 30% in the peripheral leg arteries, 18% in the carotids, and 7% in the coronary arteries, the critical arteries supplying the heart. As quoted from the JACC Cardiovascular Imaging Journal, atherosclerosis is commonplace in mummified ancient Egyptians. This tells us it's not a new phenomenon at all. Let's look at a specific case, a true patient zero, for coronary atherosclerosis: Princess Ahmose Mariat Amen. She lived between 1580 and 1550 BCE, in the 17th dynasty, and sadly passed in her early 40s. She was a woman of high status, the daughter of Seqenenre Dao II. Imagine the shock when scans revealed she had severe atherosclerosis in 2 of her 3 main coronary arteries. This ancient princess offers a powerful, personal insight into the disease's long history. So, how do we know what these ancient people ate? Our bones, remarkably, record our menu. Scientists analyze stable isotopes of nitrogen and carbon. Nitrogen, or D15N, tells us about the trophic level, essentially, where someone ate on the food chain. High D15N indicates a carnivorous diet, often rich in fish or marine mammals. Carbon, or D13C, reveals the plant source. High D13C values point to the consumption of C4 plants like corn or sugarcane, or animals that fed on them. This method isn't just theoretical, it's validated. A study of Yupik Eskimos proved that biomarkers in red blood cells accurately track the transition from traditional foods to more modern market foods. We apply this same scientific logic to understand the diets of ancient Thebes. With this knowledge, we can see a clear contrast: the elite diet a recipe for plaque? Isotopic evidence confirms that the Egyptian elite ate high on the food chain, with significant protein intake, and consumed substantial carbohydrates. While they lacked modern trans fats, they had ample access to saturated fats and sugars like honey and fruits. Their lifestyle was largely sedentary, in stark contrast to the commoner, who engaged in high exertion and ate simpler complex carbohydrates. This combination for the elite, a rich diet and low physical activity, seems to have been a significant contributor to their arterial health issues. To pinpoint the exact timing of these mummies, we rely on radiocarbon dating, but there's a fascinating twist. While standard radiocarbon dating loses precision beyond 26,000 years, scientists made a breakthrough by analyzing the growth rings of ancient kauri trees preserved in New Zealand swamps. These trees provided an ultimate calibration curve, stretching back 60,000 years. This incredible scientific achievement allows us to pinpoint the dates of the Horus study mummies, which range from 1981 BCE to 364 CE, with extreme accuracy. It's truly unlocking history with precision dating. Now, let's contrast the Egyptian elite with true foragers, hunter-gatherers who lived a very different lifestyle. The health metrics of true foragers are astonishing: an average cholesterol of 125 mg/dl, compared to over 200 mg/dl in modern societies. Their blood pressure was consistently around 10,565 and, remarkably, did not rise with age. Their fitness levels, measured by VO2 max, were about 30% higher than age-matched Americans. The conclusion is clear: heart disease is largely absent in true foragers. The Egyptians, even the commoners, were not foragers. They were part of an agricultural aristocracy, a world away from the ancestral living patterns of hunter-gatherers. This brings us to the mismatch: biology versus abundance. Foragers had a perfect balance: high movement and a lean diet led to low atherosclerosis. The Egyptian elite, however, represent a clear imbalance: low movement, relying on scribes and servants, combined with a rich diet of fat and honey, resulted in high atherosclerosis. And today's modern human? We often face a similar imbalance: a sedentary lifestyle combined with a processed diet, leading to an epidemic of cardiovascular disease. The couch potato pharaoh is a surprisingly apt description. Even back then, priests and priestesses, likely due to ritual duties, showed less atherosclerosis than other elites, suggesting that even moderate activity made a difference. Let's talk about the inflammation factor, a silent threat. Our bodies are incredibly resilient. In ancient times, a high burden of chronic infections led to a strong inflammatory response, a crucial survival mechanism, especially in youth. But this very mechanism, when combined with a rich diet and the opportunity to live into one's 40s and 50s, could turn against us. Chronic inflammation promotes plaque formation in middle age. The same biological tools that protected ancient Egyptians from plagues also contributed to the hardening of their arteries when combined with a diet of abundance. What's truly striking is that atherosclerosis is a constant across millennia. From the Middle Kingdom through the New Kingdom, the Late Period, and into the Greco-Roman era, atherosclerosis was found in every single era examined. This scatter plot clearly shows that whether it's 2000 BCE or 400 CE, individuals showed definite or probable atherosclerosis. The data also indicated that the probability of atherosclerosis increased by 9.6% with each year of age, just as it does today. This isn't a new problem, it's a timeless challenge. So, what's the verdict from this forensic investigation? It reveals a fundamental vulnerability in human biology. First, the myth is busted: atherosclerosis is clearly not solely a disease of modern technology or fast food. Second, we have a genetic predisposition. Humans inherently possess a basic biological predisposition to vascular calcification, particularly as we live past age 40. And third, the trigger is clear: when human biology, which is adapted for periods of scarcity, encounters an environment of abundance. Whether it was the fertile Nile Valley or today's modern supermarket, the result is often the formation of plaque in our arteries. These fascinating insights from the dead teach the living a crucial lesson: a natural, or pre-industrial, life, like that of the Egyptian elite, does not automatically guarantee heart health. What's the actionable insight for us today? We cannot change our genetics, but we absolutely can control the levers that the Egyptian elite pulled: diet and activity. The hunter-gatherer profile, characterized by high fiber intake and high physical activity, remains the only historical model of true cardiovascular protection. This blueprint for health, rooted in ancestral wisdom, empowers us to make choices for our longevity and well-being. Thank you. Here are the sources and further reading for those who wish to delve deeper into this compelling research. The Horus study is a testament to how scientific discovery can bridge millennia and offer profound insights into human health.